Tommy would literally never lie, man. This guy is like honest to a fault. Not a convicted liar or anything. Huge case of female autism. I don't know if you guys know about this.
Birds
This
fly,
is kind of
sun
awesome.
shines, and brother, I hurt people.
Like you have to be like, actually, you have not even your claimed values do you live in any way.
You keep saying
Yeah, he like runs hardcore fucking defense to this fucking disgusting piece of shit, doesn't he? I truly don't believe it's even stupidity to fall for Tommy Robinson. I think you have to want to fall for it. Alright guys, we have huge Tommy Robinson news. Okay, huge Tommy Robinson news. Now, I don't want to just come out here and accuse Tommy Robinson of trafficking a poor young white girl into the hands of a violent Muslim rapist pimp. Black Muslim rapist pimp. Because I don't know that all those allegations are 100% legally true. I don't know that the criminal offenses have been committed. However, in spirit, in like a sense of the phrase, and like a sense of that explanation, that seems to be what's been going on a little bit, just a little bit. So, guys, this story, okay, the big story here. I have covered this a little bit before, aspects of this. I've covered little angles to it. But this is an old story, so it's a long time ago, okay? So, back in 2017, 2018, Tommy Robinson was in a big fight with Panorama, which is like a documentary series, like a news current events documentary type series in the UK, on the BBC. I think it's on BBC Channel 4, I can't remember, one of the two. With Panorama. Basically, Panorama made some expose on Tommy Robinson or the EDL or something like this. And he was very upset about it. He was very upset about it. So he teamed up with this guy called Callum Robertson, who was like a cameraman and like behind the scenes guy, who now runs a very successful YouTube channel. He lives in Ukraine and runs a very successful YouTube channel reporting on Ukraine. This guy called Callum Robertson. Callum supplied testimony and recordings related to Panorama and their relationship with a group called Hope Not Hate, which is like a anti-right wing, anti-far right NGO like activist group. And basically they were in communication with Panorama and helping Panorama find sources to interview and stuff like this, I believe. And Callum provided this evidence to Tommy and also made several allegations that he then later walked back against Panorama. So, what happens next? So, Callum Robertson joins Tommy Robinson as like part of this new little right-wing media group he's throwing together. And they're making documentaries. They make this documentary called Panodrama, showing all the stuff that Robertson gave him on Panorama. And then they meet up with Lauren Southern. And they start hanging out with Lauren Southern. Oh yeah, sorry. Panorama's BBC, Dispatches is Channel 4, thank you. They start hanging out with Lauren Southern. And in 2018, Tommy Robinson, Lauren Southern, and Callum Robertson take a visit to go and see Tommy Robinson's good friends, the Tate brothers, who are interested, apparently, in setting up like a right-wing media business, like a right-wing media group or something. So they go to Romania to see the Tates. On this trip, according to both Callum and Lauren Southern, Andrew Tate rapes Lauren Southern. Andrew Tate violently rapes Lauren Southern. She spoke about this to people at the time. There was apparently evidence at the time. She had like markings on her neck, like the next day, like not, you know, like what seemed like good markings either, according to Callum Robertson. Yeah, it was just like, you know, bruised to fuck and red. It's like, you know, not looking good. So Tate was like absolutely, apparently, violent as fuck with Lauren Southern, basically. That's what the allegation is. And Callum backed this up at the time. And actually, he came out about it long before Lauren Southern did. Callum spoke about it years ago. There was an old Twitter thread that I always used to reference about it. And then Lauren Southern, in her memoir recently, came out and basically told the full story and said, yeah, Andrew Tate raped me. So, I've got it here. Obviously, Tommy Robinson, being the upstanding, you know, defender of young white girls that he is, you know, anti-Muslim, defender of the white race, Tommy Robinson, immediately jumped in to defend his Muslim rapist friend. Immediately jumped into defend his Muslim rapist pimp friend, Andrew Tate. So dude, where is my video? Here it is.
Fucking women sucks.
Here it is. Here it is.
Fucking women sucks because women are bad people. And every single time you fuck one of them, they're just going to come back 2 years later trying to release a fucking book. I had sex with Andrew consensually and no. Shut the fuck up. No one's buying your
Gay
fucking
man
book.
Point of
Fuck
view.
off.
Facts.
Banging girls.
Andrew Tate's lawyers must be earning some serious money. Another woman from Canada accused him again and had to put out a statement. So basically this YouTuber from Canada releases a book and she puts out a chapter for free where she says that she was sexually assaulted by Andrew Tate. This is what she said. Rather not give a detailed account, so I'll keep it simple. He carried me back to his hotel room and asked me to sleep beside him. I said yes. I was incredibly intoxicated and some part of me convinced myself that because he was Tommy's friend, Tommy Robinson, he wasn't particularly dangerous. It was a poor decision, but it happened. He kissed me, I wasn't expecting it and I wasn't looking for it, but I kissed him back briefly, then I told him I wanted to sleep. I was extraordinarily tired. He wanted to go further, I said no very clearly multiple times and tried to pull his hands off me, but he put his arm around my neck and began strangling me unconscious. I tried to fight back and he repeatedly strangled me. Every time I regained enough consciousness,
just like literally was choking Lauren Southern out and raping her, literally, like, which is consistent with like every other allegation against Tate, by the way. It like totally fucking insane.
To put his arm, I prefer not
he would
to
defend
share
this
the
guy.
So she put that chapter out for free, but then put her book behind a paywall to go and buy the full thing. Andrew Tate basically said in his response that she chooses to make the chapter free to get attention to her book. He said, coincidence I'm sure, and I'm glad you admitted you're a drug addict. Might be why you forgot all the text messages when you was begging to see me. Andrew Tate says he should release his own book and put in the text messages that she was sending him. This lady is described as a Canadian YouTuber and she has quite a big following online. 700,000 plus subscribers.
This guy's got no idea what's going on. Oh, this lady's a Canadian YouTuber. You mean popularizer of the Great Replacement theory, Lauren Southern?
She's not really been active since the last year or so. When this encounter allegedly happened, Tommy Robinson was there and had to weigh in on the situation.
You're not listening, are you? I'm saying I saw her kissing him. Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Then he walked her down. We all walked down. Yeah? Then she messaged...
Seriously, imagine this. Any other case. Young white girl raped by Muslim man. I saw her kissing him. No, she was into it. She was into it. All right, Tommy. Whew. All right, Tommy. Take it easy. Yeah, this is 2018. Lauren Southern was, what, early 20s, I think, right? That's 7 years ago. She got to been, what? At least 25 or under.
The whole time I was with her in the car. Okay. Then she went back out to Romania to see him again. That's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you what I saw. Yeah? That's what I saw. Shall I just remain silent? When someone's getting an accusation against that, shall I not say what I saw? And lead people to believe what she's saying, even though I know 100% fact.
So wait, what do you say here? What's his evidence here?
So I'm telling you, then he walked her down. We all saw her kissing him. Yeah?
Saw her kissing him.
Then he walked her down. We all walked down. Yeah? Then she messaged him the whole time. I was with her in the car. Then she went back out to Romania to see him again.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
So apparently Lauren was like super into it. She was texting Andrew Tate a bunch. She went back out to Romania.
I'm telling you what I saw. Yeah? That's what I saw. Shall I just remain silent? When someone's getting an accusation against that, shall I not say what I saw? And lead people to believe what she's saying, even though I know 100% fact what she says about me and her is total fucking lies. I know it is. So I know she's a liar, yeah? I know she's using her book to promote herself, to reinvent herself, and that's all it's about. So I'm calling out what I saw. That's what I saw. I'm not remaining silent on it. And me and Tate have had disagreements, okay? I know Tate from growing up. I strongly disagree with his actions, especially recently, especially with Hamas, especially with Islam. And we've had back and forward discussions and heated debates about it, personally, privately. Right. So I wouldn't be just jumping the defence to Andrew Tate because he's my mate, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I saw. You don't know a fucking thing because you weren't there. So you don't have any fucking
He's very
where to go
confident,
on
isn't he?
this.
He's very confident.
I saw it. I know she was messaging him the whole time. And I know she went back out to see him. And she says...
Tommy would never lie. Tommy would literally never lie, man. This guy is like honest to a fault. That's the thing about people with two names. That's the thing about people who like change their name to like a fake name to sound like they're from a different class than they actually are from. They're very trustworthy people, actually. They're very trustworthy people. You should actually trust their word very, very highly. And Tommy Robinson certainly, you know, not a convicted liar or anything.
I introduced her to him. She'd already been talking to him. She was already talking to him before we went out there. It's all fucking bullshit. See you later.
Andrew Tate's lawyer...
Interesting. So yeah, we'll see. So Andrew Tate's lawyer does put out a response. And Tommy Robinson, this was a couple months ago now. This was in July when it initially was launched. You see here, this is apparently full statement on behalf of Andrew Tate regarding Lauren Southern's allegations. We shall pursue Southern relentlessly for defamation. Okay. What did Tommy say to this?
Horrible fact. Here's a horrible fact. Okay. I was there when Lauren Southern travelled to Romania with Andrew Tate. I was in the hotel room next door. When I walked out in the morning when we were leaving, Lauren Southern's at the door kissing him. Okay? So when you read what she says there, like he's raped her, that's what she's implying. It's a bit weird to be kissing him on his door and then get in the car and message him the whole way. Insanity. Absolute bullshit.
Uh-huh. So what does Lauren Southern say to this? So that was posted in July, that video. But Lauren Southern posts a response today. It's 13 minutes long. Let's have a look.
Hey, long time no see. I appreciate you taking the time to respond.
Also, as much as Lauren Southern's a Nazi, okay, she is kind of our guy, okay? She's a Nazi, but she is kind of our guy a little bit. Because she is, you know, big case of female autism here. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Huge case of female autism. I don't know if you guys know about this. Huge case of female autism. Do you guys know about this?
I don't even know where to start with you. I mean, do you even know who you're talking to? Yo, what's up? Do you have any idea who I am? Basically,
is this not
kind of
goated?
a big deal?
Is this not goated? Is this not kind of goated?
You listening? Okay. Grass grows, birds
This
fly,
is kind of
sun
awesome.
shines, and brother, I hurt people. Boink! I'm a force of nature. Bonk! If you were from where I was from, you'd be fucking dead. Woo!
How old is this? 14 years old? 2011? Literally fucking ancient. That's like a deep cut Lauren Southern all there. It's just very funny that that's the Nazi person that everyone was like, this person caused Christchurch, you know.
To the claims I made recently with a video of your own.
But it all makes sense once you see that. I feel like this video, like the way she talks and shit, makes so much more sense once you've seen like that video. It's like, oh wait, I see. She's not like a lying grifter, like a reptile. She comes off a bit weird and falls into strange ideas because she's like autistic. She's like autistic or something.
A few in podcast interviews. I apologize for my late reply. You know that old saying about the truth and taking a minute to get its shoes on. I do love a good social lynching, from the left or the right for that matter. I'm not an audience captured coward, like a lot of you folks out here these days. Though I have been wondering how
do. She's so cringe, man. She is just kind of cringe,
writing that you and others have been doing about me on the internet lately. And you know, in a lot of cases, I really
cringe.
just can't. Like, it's he said, she said, and people have deified you as a god.
And the facial expressions, man.
So that's very difficult to win in that regard. And you're a very good speaker. You can say things very convincingly to the camera, like they're true. Make a good story for people. But then I realized as I was kind of listening to the little fictions you were writing about me and what happened in Romania, you kept saying that you know for a fact I traveled back to Romania. You said it multiple times on multiple podcasts, on X and little videos you took. You know I traveled back to see Andrew, and that's how you know that I'm a liar. That's why people should believe you that I'm a liar.
Then she went back out to Romania to see him again. No, I know she went back out to see him. She went back out to see him. She goes back out to see him.
Oh, wow, he said this a lot.
To see him.
Wow, he said this a lot, huh?
See,
He was really...
the only
Wow, he really thought that was a banging point, didn't he? He thought that was like an absolute fucking kill shot.
problem with that little tale, Tommy, is you took the story too far. If you just kept it to kind of things that couldn't really be proven, you might have gotten away with it too. But I happen to have travel documents that directly disprove this claim, 100%. I went once to Romania with you. One entry, one exit in 2018 when you took me to a business meeting to meet your pimp friend. And here's the thing, Tommy, I don't even think you could give a date when I went back. I don't think you could even give a ballpark. Not least of all because you just made it up, but also because you would trip over another lie, another location I was at. Seriously, if you are a follower of Tommy's and you believe his version of events and the things that he's saying about me, ask him. Say, Tommy, hey, when did Lauren go back to Romania? Ballpark, not even exact day. Don't need that. Week, month even. He won't be able to give you an answer because he lied. And every single thing he has said in the past few months, I guess it's been years now, about me, has been to cover his own ass and to cover for his sex trafficker friend. Like I said, I may not be able to disprove every single fabrication you've told about me. That's just he said, she said. But I can disprove this one. And I'd like to think when it's something this serious and a lie that big, it'll make intelligent people think twice about all the other things you're saying about me. And you know, the craziest part to me is that even if the rest of the stuff you made up, like that story about seeing me in the hotel or, you know, even going back to Romania, even if that stuff was true, it wouldn't discount anything else that I said. It wouldn't. And I hope people press you on this. I hope they ask you, when did she go back to Romania, Tommy? Even better, what was the first thing she said to you when you saw her in the taxi in the morning? Why won't you answer that? Because this is serious. It's not just about us. There are 40 plus victims, known victims.
So she probably like literally told him something about it at the time. And he's like, so dude, Tommy Robinson, if any of this is true, dude, it's like next level scumfuck, degenerate fucking grifting behavior. I'm using obviously the whole white girl Muslim thing as like a kind of a joke, but seriously, you're traveling to Romania with this, like, you know, she is quite young at that point, you know, upstart conservative influencer who wants to, you know, get into spreading, you know, fucking the message of like the white people, you know, he wants to go out and defend white people, wants to go defend the white race on fucking social media with you, wants to get into that, is of the right mindset, is of good values in your eyes. And you take her to your sex trafficker friend who rapes her, she tells you about it or indicates something about it, and then you keep lying for him and pretend that you never knew about that, while your supporters are like giving you money to defend the white race or whatever the fuck, but you don't give a fuck when at the time when your friends, colleagues, gets raped, and your whole grift is off of like Muslim rape. That's your whole grift. Like you have to be like, actually, you have not even your claimed values do you live in any way. Like, you're just a fucking degenerate cokehead who's friends with a bunch of fucking disgusting rapists. Like, you should be deported from every country you visit. I mean, he has been deported from many countries recently. You should be just, like, actually in a fucking cell.
And girls, British women and minors, the very people you claim to protect. This isn't just about our egos or our reputations. This is a much bigger case than that. Like, seriously, if you're watching this, forget about me. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I mean, obviously I've seen all of the crazy stuff about myself on X, on the internet, of course. And, you know, I'd say a good half of it, if not more, is just unhinged creative writing to obfuscate from some of the more serious claims I've been making over the last bit. A lot of it being pushed by people directly getting paid by the Tate brothers, by the way. But anyways, the point is, regardless of what you think of me, you can think I'm an absolute unhinged mess. That's fine. I probably am to a degree. Regardless of that, you are being lied to. You are being lied to by people who are stealing your money, defending sex traffickers and covering up their crimes, and who have very different missions.
Muslim sex trafficking rapists. Muslim sex trafficking black rapists. That's who they're defending. That's who Tommy Robinson defends. Is black sex trafficking Muslim rapists.
Privately than what they are telling you their missions are publicly. And there are a lot of people at the forefront of this political world who are just using you. And I see so many people walking into it.
Black sex trafficking Muslim rapist immigrants. In fact. It just gets worse and worse.
Without questioning, oh, they're not the mainstream media, so these people would never lie to me. What do you mean? And hey, Tommy, once again, let's address another little claim you keep making.
Andrew Tate's attempted takedown called Hope Not Hate. I know that they pay people tens of thousands of pounds. They liaise between the media and the person. So they'll go give a girl 20 grand. Then they'll line up BBC to interview the girl. So BBC's hands are clean. They haven't paid anyone. I'm sitting talking. I think, how much have you been paid? They pay the girls. And I guarantee you they've been in contact with every girl Andrew Tate's ever contacted. I guarantee you.
You keep saying...
Yeah, he like runs hardcore fucking defense to this fucking disgusting piece of shit, doesn't he? That's crazy. I didn't realize how bad it was. I thought these guys had a little bit of separation. I know, I'm pretty sure that Tommy Robinson, Tate, and PJW all used to kick around, like in the same sort of groups. They usually keep a little bit of fucking separation. This is just like blatant, like fucking lying for the guy.
That these 40+ women are being paid off. I know I didn't get paid, and I know that there's no proof for any of the other women getting paid, the 40+ other known victims. Unless you have some, feel free to post it. No one's getting paid, except for you, actually. You got $30,000 from the Tate brothers, which is really curious.
Admin post is very late, and they'd say this, but thank you. Last year has been manic, say the least, despite obvious disagreements relating to Jews/Israel and the conflicts in the Middle East, and of course, disagreements on Islamic ideology. Tristan has done a solid here. Tommy, I hate child rapists. Robinson here thanking Tristan Tate for a $30,000 donation. The same Tristan Tate accused of raping a 15-year-old girl and trafficking a 17-year-old girl to the UK for the production of pornographic material.
Or is it just 30 pieces of silver? You'll have to remind me. Seriously, though, the only ones who seemingly are getting any money for any of this conversation are the ones supporting the sex traffickers. And, you know, even just the whole notion or idea that this was like a setup or a hit job by these left-wing NGOs is so absurd when you actually take more than 1 second to think about it. Like, were they clairvoyant? I need you to explain this to me. No one knew who Tate was back in 2018 when you took me to see him for this business meeting. And
yeah, back in 2018, that's before he popped up on TikTok. So he would have what? He would have just been like a kickboxing guy who was on Big Brother or whatever for a bit and then faded into irrelevance.
That same year, I go and get a hospital report documenting strangulation 5 years before it would be reported publicly that that was what he did to other victims who, like, there are reports back before he was even on Big Brother. So is the idea that, you know, these left-wing NGOs came and found me and we all took a time machine back to 2018 because they needed that report then to do a hit job on him now in 2025? What are you talking about? It makes no sense. Like, I just knew that that was going to be the method that he used on other girls. And lastly, let's touch on the fact that you brought me out to Romania under the guise of a business meeting.
So this is what I mean. I don't want to just say Tommy like trafficked or groomed or something like that. I don't want to make those allegations. I won't be making those allegations. However, There's something happening here where Tommy has essentially, I don't know how knowingly, but played into the false pretenses that Andrew Tate uses to lure women in to be sex trafficked and raped. That's what happened. He was, you know, in some way, an asset to it.
Talking about. It makes no sense. Like, I just knew that that was going to be the method that he used on other girls. And lastly, let's touch on the fact that you brought me out to Romania under the guise of a business meeting to meet this guy, Andrew, that you claimed was a stand-up dude and was totally going to invest in this business project. This, you know, what was it called? The Front, the kind of media project that we were going to work on together. It was a totally legitimate business meeting that you were taking me to.
Of course.
I just have one question about that. What kind of business?
So was this C? I assume it's Callan? I think she's tried to censor this, but I can only assume that's Callan. On Lesbos while shooting Borderless, Tia was the pixelated migrant. She came to Romania with Tommy Robinson to talk to me and... Oh no, this might be other people, to be fair. This might actually be a completely different... She came to Romania with Tommy Robinson to talk to me and BMN about Cash for Borderless. Year ago, I'll get pics from other phone. Did you support? She did a good job there, all things being equal. Do pimps give girls money, yes or no? Only to women who get them paid. Crying, laughing face. Biz meeting, we didn't invest a fucking penny, dropped her at the hotel, invited her out for a steak, she came, then club she came, then house she came. Only if she's fruitful and multiplies it. I wouldn't be surprised if Tate had Lauren go on cam for him.
I just have one question about that.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't a
What kind
pimp.
of business investor brags in a chat group after said business meeting that he was never going to invest a fucking dime because he's a pimp who doesn't give girls money? Maybe someone who was never a business investor in the first place and was actually just
like a sex trafficking rapist would probably say things like that, I would imagine. Like a black sex trafficking Muslim rapist immigrant would say things like that. I would guess. That's what I would guess, me personally. Just as like a thought.
He's a pimp who doesn't give girls money. Maybe someone who was never a business investor in the first place and was actually just a pimp who was never going to invest a fucking dime. I know, wild theory. And also, I keep seeing this absolute moronic take of, Lauren, you should leave this to the courts. No one should talk about these things unless it's in a courtroom. But the sex trafficker should get to speak all day long on major networks, slandering the 40-plus victims as much as he wants. Well, they don't have a voice. Well, these people remain anonymous. Well, they remain quiet. And he says they're fake, they're being paid, they're whores, they're this, they're that, all day long. Well, Tommy gets to lie about me, completely invent things that happened. I guess I'm just not supposed to respond. Yes, leave it to the courtroom. Unless they're the sex trafficker, then don't leave it to the courtroom. Oh, and by the way, the courtroom in the country that the guy moved to...
Wow, some of the conservatives really seem to love sex trafficking, huh?
The courtroom where even if they ruled against him and all of his supporters would say was just a Matrix attack. Of course, if it ruled for him, they'll be like, literally. This was justice served. It's like Schrodinger's effing Matrix. Good thing happen, not Matrix. Bad thing happen, Matrix.
Yep.
Such
very, very simple. What? You don't get it?
I don't understand how anyone is falling
Lauren
for it.
Lauren should be accustomed to this by now. Does she not remember her thinking? Bad thing happened, Jews. Good thing happened, white people. She not remember her thinking from like Christchurch? It's taking you a while to figure this one out.
Anything I can do to bring people closer to truth is a good thing. And not just for the girls, for the men too, for this entire space. Like all the guys that are getting rug pulled, having their money siphoned out of them in these fake fundraisers, these fake courses, just people's brains being broken by all this nonsensical advice and clickbait that's wrecking their relationships and wrecking their sense of reality. The only way we fix things is with telling the truth, even if those truths are uncomfortable for us. And they have been uncomfortable for me to tell. You think I I came out here not expecting the response that I got on the internet with what I said. Like, of course I knew that was going to be the response. I'm not a total idiot. Not all the time anyways. Like, you don't get to question the gods of materialism at your time and get away unscathed. That's not how it works. But just hear me out, people that are kind of following this dissident sphere or whatever, or not, just people that care about truth in general. Just because they're the opposition to what the mainstream is perceived as doesn't mean they can't be corrupt too, you know?
Sorry.
Powerful people abusing their positions, that thing we like to pretend only Democrats and leftists do.
It's truly evil for Tommy just literally lying. Not surprising, but insane. Yeah, Tommy is legitimately, truly, like, Tommy and his followers are the most disgusting fucking lowlife reprobates in this country. It's despicable. He is the most obvious, outward fucking liar. And you have to be... I truly don't believe it's even stupidity to fall for Tommy Robinson. I think you have to want to fall for it. I think you have to want to fall for it. I think you have to be a miserable, spiteful, racist piece of shit to actually fall for Tommy Robinson. I think you have to actively make that choice to be like, I just want reasons to hate Muslims, and I'm going to get them from this guy.
No, it's wherever money and power is. Wherever power and money congregate, that kind of behavior and corruption congregates. And people in right-wing and dissident...
It's truly incredible how one man can rally all of the nation's domestic abusers.
Totally brainwashed into thinking that's not the case, so that these people can get away with it repeatedly. It's been crazy work to watch. Anyways, Tommy, back to you. I don't hate you. Like, genuinely, I do not hate you. I get how easy it is to lose sight of what you initially set out to achieve. And I do think you started with a good goal. And I think there's good reasons that people have gravitated towards you, but it's, you can't build any good foundation for change on lies. Like, you can't. That's just not how, the more important battle going on here works. But you know, Tommy, I still think there is a way out with truth. For you too, no matter where you are right now. I know it's, I know you've doubled down now, so that's really difficult because walking back everything you've said and lied about would really do a lot of damage to your reputation. But maybe reputation isn't the most important thing in all of this. You know, I've lost mine in a lot of ways, often due to my own mistakes, but also because I've questioned things I shouldn't have questioned, both in the right-wing and left-wing orthodoxies.
Wow. Dude, I love this bit that Lauren Southern does, where every time she comes out in public, she's like, guys, I'm cancelled by both sides. I'm cancelled by both sides, actually. I'm cancelled by both sides. Yeah, okay, but the left wing cancelled you for being like the I don't want to say inspiring factor, because I don't think that's quite true. For being cited in the manifesto written by a guy who massacred like 50 Muslims in a mosque in New Zealand. That's why you were cancelled by the left wing. You were cancelled by the right wing for coming out and saying some right-wingers don't have great attitudes towards women, despite claiming to be Christians who want to protect them. And Andrew Tate raped me. Oh yeah, and for shooting flares at a boat on the left wing as well. But, sorry, I know people contest that characterization or whatever the fuck, but you know what I mean. Like, the reasons the left wing cancelled you, I feel like we can see some arguments here. The right wing just went after you because you got raped. Like, they hate you because you got raped by one of their top guys. That's why they hate you. It's not really the same, is it? It's just not really comparable.
Reputation and ego are the point of all of this. But yeah, I'm not coming out here and saying I'm perfect. I'm the truth teller that's going to save a generation. I'm telling more truths, for sure.
Yeah, the top G.
Definitely than I was before, and definitely more than you. But I still have work to do on myself. I've had to tell a lot of uncomfortable truths to myself, to my family, to the internet. And no, the result of doing that has not been mass reward. Wow, we love this, Lauren. Has it ever been, though? You know, I've done this for 10 years, getting mass canceled for being right about things too early or saying things that I'm not supposed to because they question certain orthodoxies. And definitely when you spend 10 years questioning orthodoxies on the left and getting mass canceled by that, and then you go and question certain orthodoxies.
Okay, Lauren. Okay, Lauren.
Right, you're kind of left.
Lauren, I'm with you. I'm with you on the whole rape thing, but give the politics a rest.
And that's not a great place to be. But it actually, in reality, it feels very good because I don't feel I'm making the world a worse place, and I don't feel I'm part of the oncoming corruption that is going to be the right-wing movement if people are unable to look at what they're creating and the unquestioning nature of it, kind of the cult-like dynamics there. And the lies, the covering up for sex traffickers, that's pretty damn bad. And it has a lot more to do with other people than our own egos or our reputations. So I don't really want to be complicit in that. And if I can push back on it, that's good. That's good. Feel free to cancel me, make up all the rumors you want about me. I'm not sure there's anything left to make up about me. Like, my goodness, the things I've done.
Give Milo 20 minutes. Give Milo 20 minutes. He'll cook something up. If there's one thing I know about Milo Yiannopoulos, he does not miss an opportunity to make up a rumor about Lauren Southern.
The internet thing. Wow, I've been a busy lady. This will all eventually go to court anyways, and maybe people will take it a little more seriously then. It's definitely not going away, so you might want to, if you are on the side of making stuff up about 40 plus victims, lying and covering up for sex traffickers, you might want to reconsider that right now. Just a suggestion. But until then, I don't mind being a voice for truth and the public punching bag for things the world doesn't want to hear yet. Lord knows I have been here before.
I support Lauren Southern and her crusade against Tommy Robinson.
I wasn't going to do this in a video form initially.
Total support.
I do not
Full
like
support.
doing the video stuff. I just prefer not.
Okay. That's all the use of Facebook go from that. She has another response here. This is a response to the statement by Andrew Tate's legal team back in July. This was just in the thread as well.
And McBride, I almost forgot about you. Very forgettable, but I loved your ChatGPT statement. I thought it was fantastic, but it's been 2 months and there's no defamation case. Where's my lawsuit? Where is it? Not even a cease and desist letter? Not even a please stop? Come on. Sue.
This is the classic rapist play. Get accused, insist you're going to file a defamation suit, get your followers to defend you, step away. Don't address it again. Classic rapist play. The gold standard rapist play.
To me. You said you would. You said you would. But I don't think you want to because it might confirm a bit too much evidence that you're hoping the public don't know exists yet. But it does. We both know it. Good luck. Sue me. And
wow. Confident stance there. Confident stance. We love to see it. We love to see it. So yeah, Tommy Robinson is a disgusting fucking grifting, just, like, he is just a fucking demon, man. He's like a straight fucking, just, husk of a person. No fucking morality. Just a fucking asocial cokehead. Just totally spiritually destitute. I put that guy under the fucking jail. Put that guy under the fucking jail.